Hello, welcome to this bonus movie review where just the other night I decided that there was a movie that been wanting to watch for a while, and so I went and streamed it. And that is Bert Kreischer's movie The Machine, based off of his wacky adventures dealing with the Russian mob when he was, in the late 90s. So yeah, in case you don't know who Bert Kreischer is an American comedian who has multiple Netflix specials, and um, he's mainly known for his "I Am the Machine" story, where he basically took Russian, thinking it was Spanish. No, I'm not making that up. It's literally what he says in when he's telling the story. And eventually they go to Moscow, and at the time, the Russian mafia was running a lot of that stuff, and so he, being the frat boy that he is, decides to befriend the Russians and drink with them. And so he has this big line that he's going to say that his name is Bert Kreischer and he fucks pussy. Um, but when he's face to face with these Russian mobsters, uh, all he can say is, "I am the machine." And they love it so much that they bring him in. He says, "I am the machine." And they drink and they drink and they drink. So this movie is based off of that, with some different, artistic liberties in effect. So basically, in the movie universe of The Machine, Bert Kreischer obviously, as I said, done the Russian Mafia bit, then became a stand up comedian, had his own podcast, became really, really popular, and then he kind of disappeared for several months because of a situation with his eldest daughter, Sasha, where basically he got really, really drunk, as is his normal shtick. Had her, who was 15 at the time, only on a provisional license, go pick him up, and just before he passed out, he started a live stream, which caught the whole situation of her getting pulled over by the cops, and now she can't get her license for 2 years because she was driving with a provisional license, caught a red light with her drunk father passed out in the back seat. And so that's kind of strained the relationship. It also covers, in Bert's therapy session, that he has a strained relationship with his father, Albert, the second, I believe, and who's actually played by Mark Hamill. Yes, Luke Skywalker slash the voice of the Joker plays Bert's dad in this, who doesn't believe his Russian mob story. And so Bert throws his daughter this massive Sweet 16. Uh, Albert shows up. They're not. Bert's not too happy about that, and that's when both of them get kidnapped by a someone in a Russian mob, trying to find a particular watch that Bert stole, because whilst they were taking a train to Moscow, different banditti runs different train. He ends up drinking with them, and they go and rob the train, including this watch, which is apparently important to these Russian gangsters. And so they're basically the kidnapper and his dad bring them to Russia to try and find this watch, and it's basically a slapstick, not kind of slapstick, but it's kind of like they basically go on this journey, Bert reminiscing about what happened to the watch, whilst also being dealing with this one person in this big, massive Russian mob. That's basically it was the father who owned the the watch, and he's basically said to his one daughter and three brothers, and her three brothers, whoever brings me this watch takes over the business, because after Bert stole that watch, the father, who done basically was blue collar type of person, decided fuck that and decided to become a mob boss. And so, yeah, basically some stuff happens. Bert inadvertently kills two people, three technically. And in the end, they do find the watch, and this is after Bert gets kicked off of a train and finds the watch and goes. They go to where Albert is. Turns out that they give him a bunch of speed and drugs. Yeah, Mark Hamill does drugs in this. Well, the character he plays does drugs in this movie, and there's a big, massive shootout brawl type of thing, and then it ends. The movie ends with Bert appreciating his dad more, appreciating his daughter more. Like turns back essentially back, as he says, into the old Bert, where he goes. As soon as he gets home, he sees his eldest daughter. He immediately apologizes to her, and he's now has a good relationship with his dad. And the movie ends. So, what did I think of this movie? I liked it. Not everyone's gonna like it though. Um, a lot of people aren't. I don't think will like it. It is 2 hours long. Technically, it could have easily been an hour and a half at a stretch, but I liked it. I like Bert Kreischer. He plays himself in this movie, except for obviously the younger version, and the actor that they got to play the younger version of Bert looks eerily similar to an actual young Bert Kreischer, um, which I love the casting for that. The only gripes that I really have with it is the fight scenes feel stiff. Like the very, very first fight scene in the beginning of the movie, um, feels very, very stiff. Like it was like their first time doing it, and every time there's a fight scene after that, it has that exact same feel to it. But yeah, this movie is definitely not going to be for everyone. But I enjoyed it. I always enjoy the Burt Kreischer Netflix specials. They always, get a massive laugh out of me to the point where the last two, Secret Time and Hey Big Boy, as well as the most recent one, which I'm forgetting the name of. There's always been that one joke that he tells in it that just has me dying of laughter uncontrollably for a good few minutes every time. Without fail, it gets me those particular jokes gets me every single time. So there you guys go. That has been my review of The Machine. Um, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all on the next upload.